Okay. Well, when the rest of the world's on a bus somewhere looking at the Turner Prize, we're here where there's some equally exceptional art here in Grangemouth. I'm from the Saltire Society, and for 80 years we've been celebrating and recognising exceptional achievement from Scottish artists, and this is a good case in point. We awarded this fantastic mural the Saltire Society Arts and Crafts and Architecture Award 40 years ago, and the work by George Garson and Alan Davie is celebrated here today in partnership with our good friends at the Falkirk Community Trust and the Park Gallery, who are to be congratulated for their fantastic exhibition that's now on in the Park Gallery, featuring Alan Davie, son of Grangemouth's work. So a fine occasion, and we're delighted to commemorate that moment with a new plaque celebrating 40 years of this fantastic work being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, falls to me on behalf of the Community Trust, and today with the two representative councillors here to express our thanks together to the Saltire Society for recognising this award. It's particularly pleasant for me to be here because, as you can see by the fact that I'm wearing a Saltire Society tie, I've been a member of the Society for 20 years, and in fact, as you know, Jim, I was the national chairman for 3 years and worked for the Society also. I admire, of course, everything Saltire Society does to acknowledge and recognise Scottish culture, and for you to come to our area and to recognise the work of a true son of Grangemouth, Alan Davie, and George Garson, also the genius who actually turned Davie's imaginings into this reality that we see above us. It's also fantastic to have Dugald McInnes here today, because 40 years ago he was working on this amazing piece of work, and for him to look back over 40 years here today, it must evoke many different and strange feelings. Dugald, it's very pleased to meet you and to see you here in Grangemouth today. We want to thank everybody also, not just the Society for the recognition, but also James Coxon and Julian from the Trust for curating a really excellent exhibition in Calendar House of I think there's 20 major, what's it, 20? Julian?
12.
Yeah, 12, sorry, beg pardon. 12 fantastic large works by Davie. The exhibition has been very well attended so far, and will continue for some weeks yet, and we would encourage as many people, of course, as possible to come along and see that particular work. We're grateful to Gimple Feast from London for giving us permission and lending us some of the works for that exhibition, and hopefully later on today we'll get a chance to go up and have a look at it. So Jim, thank you very much, and thanks to everybody.
One of George Garson's students back in the 70s, and I was very privileged when he asked me to assist him on the Davie Mosaic Mural, and we worked on it through the autumn of '74, and in February of '75 I had the task of filling in 120 bolt holes to match up the rest of the mosaic mural. We used 30 concrete panels in the art school, and when the panels were cured we would lift them onto the table and start working the mosaic on the surface. And he gave me the task of doing much of the background, and eventually the very last panel he allowed me to do it on my own, so I was very, very pleased about that. I never thought 40 years on I'd be standing here back at this wonderful mural by Garson and Davie.